Hi, beautiful people. How are ya? I'm Dr. Pammy Jean. I hope you're having a great day. We're having a heat wave in the Midwest, which is kind of nice in a way because I like getting away from the cold weather. I just don't want it to last too long. But today I'm here to discuss with you about histamine intolerance in fibromyalgia patients and what that can mean and how to get tested if you think this is something that fits your experience. I'm a psychologist, not a medical doctor, so please talk to your medical doctor about this and get some help. Also, I'm having problems with something called ischial bursitis, which is bursitis of the sit bones. Yes, there is such a thing. They can get inflamed from sitting. And of course, I do a lot of research, and so I sit a lot. Well, we went camping over the weekend, and the way I sit there is I got to sit way forward like this to see my tiny little screen. And that sitting like that put a lot of pressure there. So, what I'm doing right now is obviously sitting back a bit so I'm not directly on those sit bones. And I have salon paws on them to hopefully bring me some relief. I woke up this way this morning. I mean, I was like, what on earth is that? Until because my morning starts out, I'm up, 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 up. And then when I sit down to do what I'm doing right now, that's when I noticed it. I'm like, I just gotta blaze through it. I've never had this before. I do have hip bursitis, so I kind of recognize the same kind of pain. I did look on the internet, and there are certain stretches that can help me. So when I am ready to do that, when I finish this, I plan to do some of those stretches. But here's a quote. Histamine intolerance, which occurs when the body struggles to process histamine properly, may trigger or exacerbate fibromyalgia symptoms. When histamine levels are elevated due to intolerance or a diet high in histamine-rich foods, it can contribute to chronic pain and inflammation, common hallmarks of fibromyalgia. And that's from that article, The Hidden Link. You can find that link in the description section. Histamine is an excitatory neurotransmitter that is released when we're stressed and is elevated in fibromyalgia. It's released from other causes as well, which we'll talk about. And also, ME/CFS patients will experience elevated histamine. Histamine is involved with the immune system, the skin, and digestive tract. It plays a major role with wakefulness, blood pressure, satiety, which is that feeling of being satisfied or full after we eat. Mast cells are immune cells and store histamine. Mast cells, they secrete pro-inflammatory and neurosensitizing mediators, including histamine. Mast cells release histamine in response to allergens or immune stressors. A major storage site of mast cells is in the thalamus in the brain, which is located next to the hypothalamus. When mast cells release high levels of histamines in the brain, the hypothalamus is signaled, and this leads to wakefulness, disrupted sleep, or insomnia. This impaired sleep quality from the release of excess histamines within the thalamus and hypothalamus is thought to lead to impaired sleep quality that we have in fibromyalgia and ME/CFS. In addition, the release of high levels of histamines from mast cells in the brain has also been found to perpetuate central sensitization or chronic widespread pain because histamine releases substance P in the spinal cord and also glutamate. This causes oxidative stress, windup, and chronic tissue irritation. Another oddity of fibro is the nerve calming transmitter called GABA. It works to reduce the strength of signals traveling up the spinal cord, along with opioids, natural opioids in our system. GABA sends an amplified message to the brain that we are in pain to get its attention. This causes a release of glutamate. In the spinal fluid of fibro patients, there's a twofold increase in glutamate, that neurotransmitter, while GABA, also called gamma aminobutyric acid, is low. It doesn't stop there. Serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine are also low in the spinal fluid of fibromyalgia patients. These are pain-relieving transmitters, but they're obviously not working because we're still in pain because they're low. The brain isn't making enough of these needed substances. It's thought that our brain is misinterpreting our pain signals due to our genetics. Hopefully, researchers will eventually figure this out, right? Either way, it's no wonder that we hurt. But it isn't just the brain that isn't interpreting things. Our peripheral nervous system, through neurotransmission, can release substance P that's high in our spinal fluid and the other pain transmitters into the spinal cord. But before the signal enters the spinal cord from the peripheral tissues, it goes through the bulb-shaped ganglia that can greatly increase the release of these chemicals. We first learned about the ganglia from the mouse study that's so famous, where the ganglia were found to be working inefficiently. But there's also the glia, the immune cells that partner with our neurons in our brain to control production and release of pain enhancers. These peripheral pain enhancers should be controlled, but they're not. They're magnified, and the development and maintenance of chronic pain is formed. I'll end part 1 here, and we'll continue our discussion next Friday. I hope this all made sense to you. I will be on vacation starting Saturday of this coming week. You'll see this video, part 1, on Friday, and then on Saturday, we leave for our vacation. Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday night because we plan on traveling all the way from Georgia to up here. And that's quite a trip. I don't know how many hours it is offhand right now, but it's a long, exhausting trip. If I don't get part 2 finished edited before we leave, hopefully I'll get it finished on Thursday and get this part 2 out to you on Friday. So I do hope you learned something. I send you gentle hugs and support. Love you.